No, there will be absolutely zero wicked mention in this podcast.
I'm mentioning it at the end.
We don't need to talk about wicked until next week.
No, I have
until next
in
week. I don't care what's in the show notes.
I have wrap up. I'm just going to go,
Hey, everybody, and welcome to We Watch TV. It is the podcast about the TV that we watch. I am Daniel. She is Hope.
I hit my tooth. I hit my...
Hey, everybody, and welcome to We Watch TV. It is the podcast about the TV that we watch. I am Daniel. She is Hope. This is episode 122. Hey, how's your tooth going?
It hurts. Why? You get to stop. That was... People might think that was like a skit that we just did. It wasn't. I was trying to... That wasn't even my best wicked riff. I was trying to tell you, like, that I wanted to be like, which is still not very good. But, and then suddenly, like, my microphone bangs my tooth. Monica bang.
The microphone banged your tooth, or did you bang into the microphone with your tooth? The microphone didn't move anywhere. You're on a mic stand just sitting there. You were the one who was, like, rocking back and forth and smacking your face into the microphone.
Oh my gosh. Because you didn't tell me that we were recording.
That's how I do it. For everybody who's listening who doesn't know, at some point we sit down to podcast and we're having a conversation and I just hit record and whatever happens, and sometimes it makes the podcast and sometimes it doesn't. And this time it's definitely making it.
Injuries.
So,
I can tell I'm out of practice.
Injuries always make the podcast. So yeah, we are out of practice. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
So what have we been up to? Besides banging tooths on microphones. No, before we say what we've been up to, I want to hear your wicked riff. Just do it. Go,
Absolutely not.
Do something from Wicked real quick. The people want to hear it.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Blonde.
What is this feeling?
That work for you?
Yes. Okay. So what have we been up to?
Halloween happened.
It did. We actually dressed up too and went to a thing.
It feels like it was a million years ago.
It was. We actually went to at our local record shop, which I think was only one of two in the entire state of West Virginia. They had a release party for the new Florence album, Everybody Scream. Great album. Go check it out. Do you like that album?
Yeah, I like it. I've been listening to it on my own.
It's pretty good.
Separate from you.
Me too. In my quiet time in my enclosure is when I like to listen to the new Florence album. But it doubled as like a Halloween party, and somehow I convinced you to dress up. And you were so everybody.
I mean, dress up is a pretty high
you did it
bar
in the best
to say
way
what
you
I
could.
did.
I feel like your costume was like double because really you were Nick from New Girl on Halloween season 2.
Yes.
But if people aren't New Girl people, then they just either thought you were something really weird and it didn't make sense, or just the pun. He did, if you guys are the New Girl fans, in the season 2 Halloween episode, Nick just clearly threw something together, and he has B kind of like antenna headband, and then a shirt that just says Arthur. So he's B. Arthur. Get it? B. Arthur. But you were like as Nick as
yes.
B. Arthur.
It was like a couple layers deep.
Which the guy at the record shop got yours right away.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, everybody else was like, why aren't you Elphaba? Because I stuck out like a sore thumb in my costume. I did a DIY Glinda costume because I own a lot of pink. Duh. And I do have a tiara just kicking around on my dresser. Who doesn't? And then I even made my wand in the car.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? So I was Glinda. Look, it's Glinda.
The other participants of the dress up or the costume party were definitely very much more medieval pirate kind of themed, witch kind of themed versus the pink Glinda that you showed up at. Which you were a witch. Isn't Glinda a witch? Isn't
Her
she the
sister
good?
was a witch.
Isn't she the good witch?
I mean, Wicked's a little different, but yeah, she would be like Glinda the Good Witch. So.
Right, in The Wizard of Oz, if
you
are a magic person and also a woman, you are a witch, is my understanding.
Her sister was a witch.
So, yeah, you were a witch, you just were one that wore pink.
I did stick out like a sore thumb, though. Like, everybody else was like, which I don't think Florence is, I guess Florence has like melancholy songs, yes, but
yeah.
Yes, but I would consider her, like, she's kind of in the pop realm. Like her music,
adjacent to
a lot of people are into Florence.
I will say Florence is much more in my lane than your lane.
I introduced you to Florence.
Okay.
I did. I said you would like this music for your sad time.
Because you recognized it was more in my lane than yours.
I do like her collab with Taylor Swift, Florida. You like that song, right?
It's fine.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, everybody was kind of like pirates, witch. I think someone was dressed like... was somebody dressed like a priest or something?
I don't know.
There was like, I don't know, like, I'm trying not to be blasphemous or anything like that on here, but there was like everybody was like in hues of blacks and grays, and then there's just Daniel, who was basically wearing regular clothes, but bee ears, and then me in a hot pink dress, a pink jacket, a tiara. I had like the kind of shimmery lavender eyeshadow, bright pink lipstick.
It's not the first time.
My wand.
It's not the first time I've worn a Halloween costume where what I am is a sign on my chest.
And that was before New Girl.
So
that was one of the first costume parties that you went to with me when I took Daniel's black hoodie and I wrote Jedi on a piece of paper and we taped it.
I had a lightsaber.
Chest. You did have a plastic lightsaber, but that was fun. But yeah, everyone was like, "Why weren't you Elphaba? Why weren't you Elphaba?" I think like. You could have pulled off the green very well.
I think I would hate face paint. I've never had face paint. Like as a kid, I never did the face paint thing. I just nothing about it ever appealed to me.
I have trauma from face
paint. And I feel like it would be miserable. And then I've got this place here midway down my face where this beard starts.
Yeah.
And it's like
you would look like the Jolly Green Giant, not Elphaba, with your beard.
Like, where do you stop painting? Because then you got that weird line. Because I don't want to paint it into the beard because who knows how that's going to come out.
Does the Jolly Green Giant have a beard?
No, he's shaving.
Okay, never mind then. I don't know what you'd be.
And yeah, it's I don't do face paint.
Is that like canned foods? Jolly Green Giant, like a vegetable brand? Yeah. So I have trauma from face paint. You want to know one of the main reasons why I hate clowns? And I've never liked clowns. When I was in preschool, my mom made me a homemade clown costume, and we were on our way to like the school party, and they put all the face paint on me and my face broke out. So like her and my babysitter start like wiping off the face makeup, and I'm like just getting redder by the second. I remember they were pulling out like regular lipstick like they had in their purses. And you know how I am about germs even back then. I was like, I don't want to share your lipstick. But they're like putting that on my face instead. So then for the actual trick or treat night, I had to wear, and have you seen those photos? It's not as creepy as your weird clown costume that your mom put you in. That was homemade. This wasn't, but it was like the mask from the depths of hell that I had to wear as like a 4-year-old, very tiny little clown, and I've never liked clowns since. And then when I was a zombie, like as an adult, remember what year I dressed up like a zombie? As soon as we took the photo for that, I took my makeup off immediately because my face was burning. So yeah, you would have probably like, flesh is burning.
Fun. So we did that.
Yeah.
We went to the zoo.
We did go to the zoo.
Wake up, cousin! We're going to the zoo!
I was going to see if you were going to do that. If you know, you know. I hope people know that reference. We say it every time, and I don't think it's even that funny. It's not supposed to be funny from the movies.
I don't know why we find it so funny.
I don't know either. We're weird.
I have no idea.
We're an unusual bunch. The zoo was fun, though. I had so much fun.
Yeah, the zoo was fun. Columbus, Ohio Zoo, for anybody who's not familiar. Very good zoo.
Better than fine
weather, and by perfect weather I mean it was cool, and it kind of felt like that made some people go away, and it also seemed like it made the animals want to be out and doing stuff.
That is the most active I've ever seen them.
Yeah, they were very active. 2 baby elephants. I had hinged my entire mental health for the whole month of November on seeing the 2 baby elephants, and we got to watch them hang around for about half an hour or so.
We literally stood there. Like if you look at the timestamp on my phone, it was like a solid 30 minutes. Like, you're not joking. Yeah. Then we finally were like, oh, we should probably go, look at other animals. Because one, I think, was like 4 months old, the girl. But the little boy elephant, they haven't even named him yet. He was only born like October 21st. They were so cute. Oh my gosh. And then like you could tell they were like both like bugging their mom.
Well, one of them like kept like butting his head into her leg and like stepping on her feet.
He wanted fed.
He wanted to nurse, so that was fun to watch. We got a good shot of the male lion. He was just hanging out.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Like they weren't like sleeping like normal, like totally looking at us. A cheetah peered into your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've seen the cheetah run before, but usually when we go over to look at the cheetahs, and this applies to, like, Disney, too. Like, they're always, like, in the back, like, laying down because they're sprinters. Yeah. They can do one thing really fast, and then they want to lay about. Like, sorry, sprinters, you're not distance runners. And the cheetah is just a classic sprinter. But I guess she decided she was going to walk around, and she, like, stopped, comes over, well, I mean, not right up to us, but just peered into your soul.
I mean, I was probably 10 feet
She
away,
was like, this guy looks fun.
It wasn't glass. It was just fencing in between us. So,
yeah.
I have that effect on animals. They want to play with me.
I guess so. You're like Michael from that 70s show with, like, all the dogs like him. That's like you with animals. It really, I think November is the sweet spot for the zoo.
Yeah. Now, highlight of the zoo, of course, cannot be understated, was immaculate waffle fries.
They were really good. And the Columbus Zoo...
And a nice hot dog.
The Columbus Zoo in the past has been a total flop on food. Like, I remember when it used to be a thing, like, Ohio people know this, that Wendy's started in Ohio, and there used to be a Wendy's in the zoo, and that was, like, where you get food. And then when the Wendy's went away, it was, like, a lull. And then they got some other food places, but it's never been anything to write home about. And I'm like a theme parky, amusement park snack person, but the zoo's never been good. But now they've upped their game. Those waffle fries were elite.
Yeah, they were good.
You were like talking about them over this weekend. You were like, let's go to the zoo to get more waffle fries, not to see the animals.
Yeah.
To get more waffle fries.
Oh! I forgot the really cool thing. We also saw the person in front of us getting food. So if you bring the zoo sells reusable.
Who wants to hear about animals?
The zoo sells reusable cups.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The people will find this interesting.
They will.
And the zoo, if you bring it back, they'll just give you a free refill in your reusable cup that you purchased. This lady brings in a reusable cup that she purchased in 1999.
Which was only
and
like
hands
10
it to
years
the
ago.
employee, and he goes, okay, and just fills it up for her.
That was amazing. I feel like most places would be like, no, you cannot do that. So
most
props
places
to the
would be
Columbus
like,
Zoo.
this is valid for like what, 6 months, 12 months, and then it's over, right?
Speaking of drinks, you know what I liked at the zoo?
Oh.
The canned water. I was like, oh great, it's gonna be Aquafina. I was like, well, Aquafina is at least better than Dasani because they obviously, I was like, I'm not having a Pepsi product right now. And then they hand me this can. I'm like, what? And it was like the best water ever. Why can't I buy like regular water in cans? I know you can buy like sparkling water and like the Liquid Death and stuff, but I just like, that was good. I loved the canned water.
Liquid Death has a still
okay.
canned water that you
I might
can
have
get.
to try that. What did you think of the canned water?
Oh, I thought it tasted much better than in a plastic bottle. And I'm not like one of these crazy people that, I recognize the usefulness of plastic, but I always prefer any kind of drink in something other than plastic because I don't know why it makes a difference in the taste, but it does. Glass,
and then we both crashed
glass
out.
and aluminum are better.
We both crashed out because we realized we could have had a can of Gatorade, and we're like, "Ooh,
yeah, I know." I didn't see that until
losers.
afterwards, and I was really disappointed because I would have bought that, not drank it, put it in my bag, and brought it home. It was canned Gatorade. Like, takes me back to the.
We're an interesting bunch.
Do you remember? This is now
when Gatorade was in a glass bottle.
This is now a drink container podcast. Everybody, we're just going to talk about our favorite different commercially available drink containers. Yes, Gatorade in a glass bottle with the little snappy top. I guess they were kind of like Snapple bottles. I don't know. Is Snapple even still in glass anymore? Who knows?
Does Snapple exist?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. Anyways, that was just like peak beverage. The 90s, honestly, was peak beverage, and it's just
Foodtopia, shout out.
All been downhill since then.
Okay, well, anyway, we also saw a really good glimpse of the eagly, a meta duck, no, the reindeer, the moose. It was literally like, and I've been going to the Columbus Zoo. So we had about a hiatus. I don't think we've been
been in a while.
It's been almost like probably at least 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been a good piece, but like I grew up going to that zoo. And I feel like this was the best I've ever seen the animals, like you said.
Mm-hmm. I would go back at this time of year or a time of year with a very similar temperature because, like, we were able to comfortably walk around.
I don't want to ever go in the summer again.
In long pants and a long sleeve, but it wasn't cold. It was just perfectly comfortable. It was very fun.
But circling back to our beverage container podcast, this was before we went to the zoo. It was a few weeks ago, and I'm reminded of it now. One of the things I also love is Coke in a glass bottle, and we made an impulse purchase at Home Depot.
Well, I'm a sucker, okay? everybody's got that thing they're a sucker for,
Yeah.
and like so I think it's a 24 pack. We were in the Dome Depot. We had just got done purchasing a Christmas tree that didn't fit in our car.
That then we had to go order in the parking lot.
And I'm at the checkout, and of course they put these like they're Mexican glass bottle Cokes.
Yes.
In a 24 pack right there, and I look at it and I don't even know if I said anything to you. I just picked it up and put it in the cart.
No, we were both like, we're getting this. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Mm-hmm. And neither of us like drink full sugar Coke anymore.
I only
rarely.
do as like a treat when it's in a glass bottle, and I do like the Mexican Coke.
And I like to have, and I also to segue us to another direction. If we're now getting into the holiday, really into the meat of the holiday season with Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas after that, and I was telling you just the other day how I need to go out and make some beverage runs because I like to have for some reason I like to have lots of different types of beverages this time of year. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. And so now I've got the Mexican Cokes down in the fridge downstairs. I keep a couple of them in there, and anytime we want them, we can just have them. It's a nice treat.
Well, also, I'm like that with coffee because also on our way to the zoo, we got to have my first of many Starbucks seasonal beverages. You get this. I know you get the same thing at Starbucks every time. You're welcome, by the way, for me teaching you. Come to me I'm not very good at a lot of things, but I can help you order at Starbucks. You're welcome. But I got my first of many gingerbread cold brews, and it was fantastic.
My favorite part of our Starbucks on the zoo trip day was the second trip.
Oh, I only had a couple sips because I'm not a freak.
Because you were like, you don't want a venti, right? You want the smaller size.
I
and I
like,
said, no, I want my normal size.
Have two ventis in the span of like 8 hours.
I'm built different.
And then you still slept fine that night.
Yeah, I went right to sleep. I passed out.
But yeah, so then we had a couple days off, and those couple days off, we got some snow early. I feel like I don't remember snowing on like November 10th before.
We got more than some snow. We got like 4 inches of snow.
Yeah.
That day. It was gone the next day, but
yeah,
that was crazy.
Goodbye to my mom because the snow-colored mom. But that kind of kicked off the holiday season. Mariah, she is officially defrosted, and we have to give it props to you guys. I'm so glad that you guys liked our 2024 supercuts of featuring our conversations about the 2024 set of the Hallmark Netflix Christmas movies that we dropped. That is doing very well stat-wise, and I have great news for you guys. The 2025 Hallmark and Netflix movies have begun, and we have watched some, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
So we know that you love it. Daniel's even been called out before, very recently, actually.
Whatever.
Whatever. You like them deep down.
Before we get into that, did we get in? I think we had at least one person make some comments about that episode, the supercut. The supercut we did. We did. So while Hope looks that up real quick, just remind everybody. It wasn't in fan mail. Spoiler podcast. We're going to talk spoilers about all the stuff we do.
How much can these movies be spoiled, though? Will the woman not go with the guy from wearing flannel? Will she stay with her big city boyfriend?
We might talk about something else in this episode later, too, if we get around this Christmas crap first.
I guess. Okay, the comment was, our listener DJ says, I have to say, Hallmark Christmas movie supercuts are by far my favorites. No new episode? No worries. I'll just listen to this again. So we're glad you like that. We hope you enjoy hearing us talk here in a few minutes about the few that we have watched. We have watched 3 together. I've watched some by myself. And just something to look forward to, hopefully, next year when you can hear all about. Because I feel like I'm going to have to watch a Hallmark movie tonight again. Or a very Jonas Brother Christmas. There's one on Disney, too.
Oh, boy. I'm sorry. The supercut is Halloween, is Hallmark and Netflix. We're not adding Jonas Brothers Hulu, what's it on? I don't know.
Disney Plus.
We might have
It's
on Hulu too then. They're the same thing at this point. They're just clones of each other.
Why don't we talk about...
Hey, everybody, like and subscribe and share our stuff and help us grow our listener base. And I'm delaying the inevitable, but here we go.
All right, so we kicked things off with a Hallmark movie for 2025. Get the Hallmark app if you don't have it so you can check your movies off just like I do. It's so much fun. A Keller Family Christmas Vacation. That's the name of the movie. A Keller Family Christmas Vacation. It has one of the Supermen in it, Brandon
Brandon
Roth.
Roth.
It has Aaron Samuels from Mean Girls in it, just Jonathan Bennett. It has Eden Sher, who plays Susu Heck on the middle. So I was like, oh, Eden Sher is doing a Hallmark movie. It looks funny. Let's watch this one.
Do you want to know the brain rot that I am experiencing in my life?
I guess.
Every time I see the name of this movie, I'm like, why wasn't Chris Keller in it?
You know that the guy that plays Chris Keller, Tyler Hilton, he's doing another Christmas movie about like the Keller Ranch, and we've all been talking about it. I think that might be a Lifetime one. We might have to watch that one too. You brought it up.
No. I'm not watching Lifetime.
I've been listening to, do you know that Tyler Hilton, who plays Chris Keller, and Bethany Joy Lenz, who played Haley James Scott, like just came out with an album called Well, 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 like what Chris Keller used to say. And they released it for like the Drama Queen's final episode for the One Tree Hill thing at one of their conventions. And they've redone When the Stars Go Blue. They sang the One Tree Hill theme song. And it is a good album, guys. Let's stop delaying it. Let's get back. Okay, so back to A Keller Family Christmas. Brandon Roth, Superman, plays the oldest brother.
I thought I was supposed to summarize this crap.
I'm talking about the cast. Then Jonathan Bennett, the middle brother. And then Susu Heck is the younger sister, and I don't know who the parents are, but go ahead and give us the plot of this movie, Daniel, or your little summary.
I mean, all of these siblings are going through crap, and they aren't very happy with things, and their parents are making them fly for the holidays to Germany.
Yeah, what evil parents to go on a lovely vacation.
To ride on a boat.
A river cruise.
Now
that I wouldn't like as much, but Germany would be cool.
And I mean, that's it. The shenanigans happen. The middle brother is wanting to propose to his boyfriend, but
who's a doctor.
His boyfriend says no, and so it's not a no, it's a not now kind of situation.
He was real cryptic
and
about
he was being real cryptic about it. And then Brandon
He was
Roth,
supposed to come on the trip, and then he didn't because they had a fight about
Superman,
the engagement.
He's divorced and
divorce
again, and it was gonna go, tell the girl he like realized he was in love with, who wasn't his wife,
but wasn't it like she like
but
an
he was going to go
party?
to her engagement party to tell her about his feelings, and that didn't go well.
Great
and
timing.
So Susu Heck, doesn't have a boyfriend, but she just gets laid off from work, and so they all arrive in Germany in a mood, and they get on the boat, and then of course immediately Susu Heck meets the boat,
the cruise
owner guy.
I think he's like
he owns it.
He owns it?
He owns the travel company. He said, I own a travel company, because that's where she gets the job later.
He doesn't own the cruise ship. I thought he was the cruise ship director.
Maybe he doesn't own the ship. He maybe rents the ship, but he is the crew. He said he is a travel.
Like the director.
He says very specifically that he owns a travel company.
Okay.
That's why he's giving her the job to take the pictures.
Okay, spoiler alert.
So anyways, we meet him, and it's like there's a flirty situation, so we know where that's going. And then they're on the boat.
Grandpa.
And Superman meets Grandpa. And
not related to the Keller family.
And Grandpa comes along with, granddaughter. And so obviously that's going to happen, and it ends up, yes, it does. And then eventually, the boyfriend shows up late to be on the cruise as well, and they're still being weird. And he's like, I can't tell you the thing. We all called it immediately.
I caught it first, and you were like, you're right. Can you talk about the parents? The parents were being shifty the whole time. They were like, and you could tell they're like, we got to go like lay down like after this strenuous gingerbread competition.
And the thing is, like, we were like, so when we started putting it together, we were like, well, that's too dark for a Hallmark.
No. You don't remember what I said when they had this scene at breakfast where he's like holding the coffee cup and he gets the shakes, and I was like, what does he have? Parkinson's disease? and then you were like, no, that'd be too dark. Apparently, I was
Guess what,
correct.
everybody? He's got Parkinson's disease.
It was that little detail that the writers of the movie put in, like the shakes with the coffee cup, and he spilled it, and I'm like, they wanted to put that in there for.
And anyway, so the reason that the boyfriend of the middle guy was being shifty is because he's a brain surgeon. and therefore
is he a brain surgeon?
Yeah, he's a neurosurgeon.
Oh, okay.
How am I retaining all this information and you're not? Like, I don't understand.
More than you. If you had said neurosurgeon, every time you say brain surgeon, I think of when you come back from this.
That's why I say brain surgeon. I say brain surgeon as a reference to Friends. I know it's neurosurgeon. That's all, but I'm not saying it like that on purpose.
Dr. Drake Ramore. Oh God. Okay. Anyway.
So, anyways, they propose to each other, and that's all good. And then Brandon Roth, aka Superman, it hints wildly that he and granddaughter lady are probably going to get together.
They had like no chemistry.
And Susu Heck is going to maybe do some photography for the travel company that the guy owns, and they kiss. And then it was like the cruise they all help their dad, who, by the way, the thing we forgot about the dad is he's an Olympic speed skater. And then they're back at the place in Germany where his Winter Olympics were, which it was never in that town, so that's an error. But
where
whatever.
He won his gold medal.
He won a gold medal?
I thought they said but did I just make that part up?
I think you made that part up.
I thought they said he won maybe he just competed.
And so anyways, all the kids get together and help him skate on the ice one last time before he rides off into the distance where he can't do anything on his own anymore.
Oh my gosh. Well, the whole time I'm like, when we figured out, I was like, I bet the guy's being shifty because they probably came to his boyfriend for medical advice and he can't break patient confidentiality.
Right.
Because, he took like an oath or whatever. And I'm like, what a crappy thing for the parents to put him into that position, because then he's going to be shifty they didn't gloss it over though. Like when the two guys came back together and he's like, I'm really sorry that my parents put you in this position. Like, I'm so sorry you had to because you had to keep this from me. Like, I'm sorry about that. And then the parents did apologize for it. So it wasn't just glossed over. And then with Susu Heck's character, she likes to take pictures, and I'm like, ugh. Like, some of the times it drives me nuts. Like, I'm sorry, photographers do a great job, but most people, you gotta be really, really good to have that as your primary job. Most people that do it as a side hustle or something else. It's kind of like a 1 in a million career. Just like we'll never make money from this podcast. And she was like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm also gonna take another job in my data analysis, I don't know, something like Chandler Bing does or something, I don't know, job. She's like, but I'm gonna do this and build up my portfolio. And I liked the little touch of realism. I will say, while I think it's awesome that they went to Germany, I would absolutely hate a cruise like this. It was all group activities. And there didn't seem to be a lot of people in the cruise, because then when stuff really went south with the dad was when they were doing the white elephant gift exchange and he passed out and vibe killer, right?
Ruined the party, man.
It was sad when the kids skated with him at the end, though. That was cute.
So
we started off with, I think, a good one under Hallmark standards. It didn't have the typical format.
That movie exists.
You said you liked it.
A Keller Family Christmas.
You said it was funny.
Not Chris Keller.
You said it was funny.
There were some funny moments, yes. But it was whatever.
I feel like it was we started off with a good one, though.
Boy, if that was a good one, there's dark times ahead.
What about the whole plot with when they got stuck in the village and they had to go stay at that inn?
Yeah, I thought
and
that
that lady
was
was
weird.
hitting on them and they were dancing. And someone stole his clothes. Anyway, moving right along, I watched Christmas Above the Clouds without you, and you're welcome for that because you would have hated this one. How many times can you redo A Christmas Carol? I only want to watch it in the Muppet version, which I've already started watching without you, by the way.
That's fine.
Because Michael Caine, I'm going to start the campaign to go back in time and give that man an Oscar for his performance as Ebenezer Scrooge. But if I'm going to watch a retelling, which I don't even think it's a retelling, they literally do the production in Muppets. They just, we have Fozzie was a Rubber Chicken Factory and certain things like that. I'm going to whisper for dramatic effect.
But we're not talking about a Muppet Christmas
I know,
Carol.
I'd rather talk about that than this.
We're talking about Christmas Above the Clouds.
No, is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what you've got listed here. I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Anyway, this is about Ebenezer.
Oh.
That's the mean boss's name. Bobby, Bobby Marley is her assistant. Bobby has a son named Tim, so there's still Tiny Tim. Only now, like, I mean, I guess people might be wanting to make polio make a comeback with the state of our world, but instead of polio, Tim has asthma, and I'm like, great, I have asthma. Like, wow, like that's what they've done for this. Stop laughing. I'm trying to think what else they. Oh, and her Marlene instead of like Jacob Marley, Marlene. So it takes place. She boards a plane. They have to go to Australia, and she sees her ex on the plane because he's doing a charity for children in Sydney, Australia. So what are the odds? They're on the same plane, and he gets bumped to first class. Bobby Marley is in regular class. So it's like on a plane. That's why it's Christmas above the clouds. So how they have like
Bob Marley?
No, Bobby Cratchit.
Who we talk? Yeah, okay, thank
sorry.
you. Gosh.
Oh my gosh, I hit my tooth in it.
Killing me here. Like I'm trying to keep up, but it's just not working.
I hit my tooth and it impacted my brain.
I'm pretty sure I understand A Christmas Carol.
Bobby Cratchit and Marlene for the Jacob Marley character. Sorry, I apologize.
Okay, but Marlene
is dead.
Okay, thank you.
And she, where they like are doing with like the seat belts, the exits, and they're giving the instructions on a plane. Well, that's where she comes in, the first spirits, to be like, hey, you're not spirit. I guess the warning of the spirits to come. So then like suddenly she wakes up and she's in the bathroom on the plane, not in first class, in the coach bathroom. And that's where the Ghost of Christmas Past comes. So they take her back to her childhood, and it's really, really doing it like just like she's out of school, just like, in the Muppets or like probably the regular movie. And then or this regular story. And then she sees the boyfriend that they meet in college, and things are good. They love Christmas together. They do this dive bar Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Did they sing a sad song that half the people don't want to listen to?
They didn't. That song is so relevant to the movie because in the whole reprise of like when love is found, it like all comes back together. It is so stupid
I'm very sorry
children
for
have the attention span of a teaspoon. I have to go in when we watch that I want to hear the song, and let me tell you, young Scrooge and A Muppet Christmas Carol could get it.
Again, I'm sorry for anybody listening who is having a really difficult time following right now.
Okay, so then she gets back in her seat and she's like, oh, that was weird. And her ex-boyfriend's right beside her. He's like, are you okay? And then suddenly she wakes up again and she's in the bathroom in coach again. And the next spirits comes to visit her, the Ghost of Christmas Present. And she gets to see, how she's treating Bobby Cratchit, her assistant, and that Tim, her son, is very sick and she can't really afford it. Another great thing of our American medical system. She's not making enough money, and their insurance sucks, and they're having a really hard time paying for his asthma treatments and his medical bills. So it's quite the bummer. But then of course, wakes up again, then in the bathroom, and then of course the scary, which was just a large man, a scary man for to be the Ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Small bathroom airplane. I mean,
yes. So then suddenly she wakes up and they can't go to Sydney. They've been grounded. And they just happen to be grounded near where her sister is. So instead of nephew, it's her sister's Christmas that she wants to go to. They have a whole scene where in the Christmas Present where she goes to her sister's, like they see it and they're playing the games just like in A Christmas Carol.
Where were they flying from? To get to Sydney?
To New York, from New York.
Okay, so they're over the continental United States.
I don't remember where they
Because if you left from LA, they ain't nowhere to stop.
No, they're flying from New York. So then they land and she ends up like comping everybody's hotel as like but doesn't say that it's from, Ellen Neeser.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah.
She invites, because he's going to be stuck there, she invites her ex-boyfriend, since he knows everybody, to go to the Christmas, and then she sends Bobby home to Tiny Tim, who didn't die. And at the end of it, we do get the God Bless Us Everyone, which actually did bring a little tear to my eye, because it always does.
A sucker.
But yeah, I'm a sucker. So that's Christmas Above the Clouds. Are you glad you didn't watch that one?
I cannot watch A Christmas Carol anymore other than the Muppets. Because I know the story, right? Yes. I know the story, front to back. And if I need the Muppet shenanigans to get through it. So no, I'm very glad I didn't have to watch this one with you.
Thank you for making me a part of this. All right, so speaking of circling back to One Tree Hill, not Muppet Christmas Carol, you talked about Chris Keller. Well, I also watched one with Robert Buckley, who played Fugue State Clay, which we did refer to him because I listened to our supercut a little bit multiple times. So he showed up in season 7 of One Tree Hill as like the Luke Payton.
Oh, believe me, it's burned into my mind.
And this one is called Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper. And I loved this one. Loved it. It was basically the traditional Hallmark plot. And that's what I'm looking for in these movies. But anyway, he's a very positive, happy guy who keeps and he like works for like a news station. He's like a reporter. Oh, he is a weatherman.
I was there at the beginning. He did. I didn't even watch this one.
How do you know these details? I forgot that he was a weatherman. But he has all these unfortunate incidents is always happening to him at Christmas. But it doesn't keep him down. He keeps his spirit. And he's going back to his hometown to report on some gingerbread competition at like some hospital or something. And yeah, but he's going to report from his news station. And he runs across his high school sweetheart while in the ER. And her name is Hope. She's one of my favorite Hallmark leads, Kimberly Sested, and she plays Dr. Hope. And he used to have a huge crush on her in high school, but he was basically the nerd, and she was more like the cool, popular girl. And he didn't even know that she was back home. And then he also runs into a science teacher who you were like,
oh, the old lady. That's the one he wanted. That she was. There was flirting.
She didn't flirt with him, but she did flirt with the guy at the Christmas tree lot.
Yeah.
So we had some Taylor Swift references in this one. You weren't present for those, but they talked about like her Hope's coworker was like, no, I want to meet a guy that's really tall and likes Taylor Swift. And at the end of the movie, he's like, yeah, I love the Eras Tour. And she's like, I love the Eras Tour. And I'm like, I love how Taylor Swift is everywhere in pop culture. But this one was good. Like the two leads had good chemistry. They did, instead of having, the classic trope of they have the ugly Christmas sweater parties like they always do in Hallmark movies, they had one of dress like your favorite character from a past Christmas movie. So he was dressed up as a snowman. She dressed up as Ebenezer Scrooge. It was funny. She just had like the red scarf and the hat. But they totally had someone dressed as Elf, Buddy the Elf. They had someone dressed as Clark Griswold. Somebody in a really good Jacob Marley costume. And I liked that. And I thought just the shenanigans were cute in this one. And it was your classic feel-good Hallmark movie, and it would be my favorite if it wasn't for another one that we're going to talk about, but I liked it. It was a good one.
Okay. We're going to switch off from Hallmark. Yeah, I can't read right now. We're switching off from Hallmark. We have a Netflix one to talk about. Unfortunately.
You said this one was your favorite.
It's a low bar.
A Merry Little Xmas. It stars Alicia Silverstone, also known as Cher from Clueless. I don't remember his name, but it's Kate Hudson's brother. I think it's like Oliver Hudson, I think is his name. He is the male lead. And then Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And also, for people a little bit older than us, you probably know her best as from Clarissa Explains It All. And also Holiday in Handcuffs, another great, not a Hallmark, that was an ABC Family Original, R.I.P. to that channel movie, which we own because I love it so much. You love Holiday in Handcuffs, come on.
Love, again, strong wording here.
I would have liked to see more of her character because she plays like the kooky neighbor. Yeah. So it's kind of like a 90s cast vibe going on, but all right. I am out of breath from having to talk about the other two, so you go ahead and give us the plot of your favorite movie we watched so far.
A Merry Little Xmas is basically like, the whole plot of the movie is given in the first, 30 seconds of like narration by Alicia Silverstone's character, where like she has big dreams to be like an architect, but then she meets this doctor guy and they fall in love and move to his small town, and he's a workaholic at the local doctor place.
She becomes a handy woman.
And she becomes a handy woman and does all this stuff. And then blah, 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 blah. Years go by. They have kids. The youngest kid is getting ready to graduate from high school. And also, oh, by the way, they're getting a divorce.
Yes.
And so
they've been separated for 9 months.
They've been separated for 9 months and they're getting a divorce. She is going to move away. She hasn't told anybody. She's going to sell the house and move away to go do. She got her old job back somehow because 20 years later, the old place will just give you your old job back
in Boston. It's like a special house though. She made it like green energy.
Yeah.
And
And
solar
so
panels.
then,
It's they call it like the mothership.
The conflict is because she wants to have one more regular Christmas in the house with the whole family together. But she hasn't told anybody she's moving. And then the husband hasn't told anybody that he has hasn't told her. I'm sorry. Everybody else knew that he has a girlfriend.
Yeah. What the hell?
And then the daughter.
Sorry. Are you keeping that in there?
Yeah. And then the daughter comes home from,
what the heck?
From Oxford. One of them English colleges.
Yeah,
she brings a weird dorky Harry Potter kid home with her.
Who I love.
Who doesn't go to school. He just likes Harry Potter a lot.
Well, he's getting ready to go to chef school.
But
right now, or culinary school. But right now he's like a Harry Potter, like he does the Harry Potter walking tours or something, right?
Yeah, and so they do
Leviosa.
So now it's a competition. Mom wants to do her thing with the kids, and Dad wants to do his thing with the kids. And then when Mom finds out that Dad has a girlfriend, she goes out with Chet, the best character in the movie, Chet, who
wears many hats,
who flirted with her when they went to pick up the Christmas tree, and shenanigans ensue. Everybody gets mad at each other. Then everybody's okay with it, and then shocker of the year, Mom and Dad get back together at the end.
Yeah, you missed some details. But that's pretty good wrapped up. I would like to say when I said what the heck, they have a whole point about how they've been in therapy because they're like, and I feel that I'm like, how did that not come up in therapy? That he had a little girlfriend there on the side. Like, how did that not come up? That kind of made me mad. I would have been mad about it as well. But the moment they get around and start having Christmas time, like, they start having the feelings again. And can I just say, though, like, there were times where I wanted to punch him in the face. Like, where they have, like, the sledding adventure, and he's like, I just want to say that I'm sorry that you made me realize, like, what a good husband I could be to, like, my next wife and kids. And it's just, you're welcome. And she crashed out. Rightfully so.
He did not come off well.
I would have crashed out too, and she destroyed the gingerbread stuff.
Like, and I know it's supposed to be a happy ending with them getting back together and like
they
all
still
that
have
stuff.
some. I feel they have work to do still.
This could have had a very satisfactory ending with them staying divorced and her finding her own way, because that he did not come off well in any of these situations.
I think he did like hopefully we'll try to be better, because I really did like one of his they gave his explanations of why he became such a workaholic and why he wanted to stay in that town. Is he's the first son of two gay dads in this very small town. And this is where Netflix is a little different than Hallmark. Hallmark has gotten more inclusive with their stories, if you will, but it's always kind of like that fantasy. No one has any problem with it. Everything's great. Everything's fine. And he's like, yeah, when my dad had me, he's like, there were some people that just didn't like agree with their lifestyle or whatever. And I felt like I had to prove something, that they raised me so right. That's why I wanted to become a doctor. I went to med school, and that's why I worked so hard. And that's kind of where why he was in that complex of like, he always had to be the best and do more. And I don't know, I felt like that little pinch of realism kind of like made me be like, oh, that's why he was kind of like this, because he felt like he had to live up to these expectations, because while this town is like everybody's coming together to help everybody out at the end, it's still not a perfect small town. I mean,
it gives some justification for his workaholic attributes, but that comment he made about how
still cold.
You made me prepared for my next step in
life
was
like
heck? Really like, no, that's not something like, go ahead and think that, but that's not something that other person wants to hear. That's not going to make them feel better.
That was horrible. That's like, that just, so tone deaf. Valid. Sometimes these movies where like the leads crash out and they have the argument, I'm always like, they overreacted. I don't think she overreacted in that case. In fact, I'm going to say she underreacted. I would have probably thrown the gingerbread thing at his face. Anyway, Chet, all I thought about when we met that character was cut the Chet from the Santa Claus 2.
Yeah.
What are you reading over there? Why are you smiling?
The show notes.
Okay, you're just sitting there grinning, like being weird about this. they met Chet because he was working.
I'm just trying to keep the show on the rails and in order.
Well, they met Chet because he was working at the Christmas tree thing, and she never got her kids never picked out a Christmas tree like that before, and she thought she was doing something fun. So that was another thing. She was trying to struggle with, like, I want to do things fun. I want to let them, because like she's kind of like crunchy granola type mom. But then they all have this touching moment at the end. And then Chet and Daddy's girlfriend get together and go see The Lion King together in New York.
I was really rooting for Daddy's girlfriend and Harry Potter kid. There was a vibe for a second. For just a second, there was a vibe.
Well, at one point, we thought that Chet might get with the daughter. Because, he was hitting on the mom, but he's clearly, like, in his 20s. And then we thought the Harry Potter kid was going to get with Dad's girlfriend, and then Mom and Dad were going to get back together. I think that would have been funnier if they had done that.
I think so.
And that would have landed more. Or Chet with Melissa Joan Hart's character. We didn't get enough of Melissa Joan Hart as the kooky neighbor.
Like, she was there. When she showed up, I was like, oh, she's going to be a big player. But then she was just... She really was that classic neighbor, Hallmark Christmas movie neighbor who pops in and out but doesn't really do anything.
I did really like, again, just like the Keller Christmas with the detail with the coffee, and I didn't even get the detail about her being such like a green person. At one point, like, the power goes out. I was like, well, that's going to ruin Christmas. And you're like, she'll be able to have it at her house. And that's why all the neighbors show up, and then they ultimately get back together. You said, I'm going to clock you on this. You're like, this was my favorite one we've watched so far. Do you stand by that?
Yeah.
You were, I will say, he was laughing harder than any, like, you were laughing harder than I was when Chet was, like, stripping. What are you, like, trying to put out a fire? And he started, what was up with that?
Well, no, okay.
He wore, like, a tuxedo or something.
So he wears many hats.
It's all over the place.
And one of his jobs is stripper. And so when she tells him to show up to the party in formal wear, he shows up in a tux, but it's his stripper tux, which means it's Velcroed together so he can rip it off easy. And so then the tree catches on fire.
It was just some comedy.
Her son, by the way, who wants to be a firefighter, goes off to actually get the fire extinguisher, while Chet rips off his stripper tux and starts trying to beat the the fire off the Christmas tree manually.
But then you also laughed at the part where she's like, you're a good man. And he goes, so are you.
That was funny. That was funny.
Okay, my favorite, and I don't care what you say, we finna fight, boy. My favorite was, we watched this, not live, but we watched it the day it came out. The Three Wisest Men. This is now a trilogy of the Brenner brothers. They had Three Wise Men and a Baby, three, like, wiser men and, like, a kid or something. I don't know what they called the second one. We talked about it. If you guys have listened to the Supercut last week, you know what it was called. And then The Three Wisest Men. And I hope this isn't the end of the trilogy, because I want more of the Brenner brothers.
It has to be the end of the trilogy.
Okay. the end of the Brenner brothers, then. I guess this is the trilogy. I want a fourth movie. I want a fourth one.
You want a Toy Story 4 this?
Oh, give us the plot, and then I'm going to fill
Man,
in
I don't
everything
even know what happened in this movie.
I felt like this was better than this. Okay,
all right, okay, I got it.
This was better than the sequel, because last year's it was just them with some minor problems, mostly having shenanigans. This one, they all had relatable issues.
Video game brother.
My favorite one, Taylor.
He's being courted by some company in Silicon Valley to move out there and make video games for them. And spoiler alert, his girlfriend from the first movie now works at that company.
Which was one of my complaints in the sequel, is that she disappeared off the face of the earth, and I was like, what happened to the blonde lady? And now we know. We have answers.
And he feels weird about that, and he's unable to communicate both with his family about this issue of having to potentially move, but also his girlfriend about having to potentially move.
Who he hooked up with from the second one.
And the fact that his ex-girlfriend also works at the company. The other brother, the tall one, Billy from Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
He is
Stefan
engaged to be married to the mother
Susie.
of the redhead girl from Wednesday.
She's not the mother from, they do look alike though.
And
they do look like crazy eyes.
She's got crazy eyes. And but he's like very particular about it and being weird about it. And then it prompted you
so weird about every
detail. To pause the movie and look at me and go, do you regret that I made all the decisions for the wedding? And what was my answer?
No.
Okay, and then we resumed.
I couldn't care less.
And so they're conflicted about that, and also her dad doesn't like him. And then her dad shows up with a bird.
Jerry
the bird.
Who's been with him since his army days. Are you going to talk about the actor?
No,
the dad?
you can.
Okay.
That's not plot related.
All right, go on. Next brother.
And then the third brother, Pencil Man.
Andrew Walker. Daniel thinks he looks like a pencil.
It seems like most of our listeners listen to the supercut, so they already know my thoughts on the guy, but he looks like a pencil. Whatever. He has gotten his wife, formerly wife, who left a kid on the stoop of the fire department.
In the first movie.
Pregnant with twins. And so they're now going to have 3 babies around, and he's freaking out about it because he wants to be perfect. And
he also has the trauma because his dad left.
Yes, and that.
And he's the oldest brother, so he remembers it more. He's the eldest boy.
He's the eldest boy. And then they go to that class with the lady there really freaks him out about it. And so he's freaking out about it and just really screwing up. And then they all go through multiple, like Billy from Battlestar Galactica lets the bird out of its cage for some reason.
Well, you have to talk about when they all reconvene at the mom's house for Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
Who's Blair Waldorf's mom from Gossip Girl, and also Connie from Independence Day.
Another Christmas movie where the mom is selling the house secretly and wants to have one last Christmas in the house. And by the way, I just have to point out, if you watch the Netflix movie that we just talked about, A Merry Little Xmas, and The Three Wisest Men, I just want to suggest to you, both of them have houses that are supposedly like the mothership, the place where all those, and in The Merry Little Xmas, that is very convincing. That is a house that's been lived in, and everybody grew up there.
She's done a lot of work too,
and they've done a lot of work to it. And then in the Wisest Men, the Three Wisest Men, it's like this is like the most model home you've ever seen in your entire life. Yeah. And so these guys are all in their 40s. So and they've lived there their entire lives according to the plot. So you're telling me this house was built in at minimum like 1980.
Maybe they've done work and updated at latest. Maybe they've done work and updated it. But it wasn't like, while that was the central plot of them coming back together, they weren't like that upset about it. Thomas, the little boy, was upset about it. It wasn't a main thing where all the brothers were throwing a fit.
Let's talk about that.
They were going through their own crap.
Let's talk about that. The video game brother, I feel like, should have been a little bit more upset about the fact that she was selling the house, considering he lives there.
That was still unclear to me that he did. I think while he technically lived there, I got the impression that he was shacking up and living in sin with his
home
girlfriend.
Address is still that house,
I guess.
And mom is the sign is out front,
yeah,
and
she
he's like,
said something.
He's like, okay.
Oh, and the whole plot of the second one was that mom got remarried, and
he doesn't show up.
He shows up at the very end. This is called the actor wasn't available to film this entire movie. They said he was like on a trip or something. Even my mom was texting me. She's like, "What happened to her husband?" It must have been such a throwaway line. Like, my mom was very pressed about it. I was like, "Did you not notice he shows up at the end?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "But where did they say he was?" I was like, "I don't remember. He just wasn't there because the actor probably couldn't do it." Okay, anyway, I felt like all their issues, though, this time. Like, the last time, the sequel, they all came together because they were fighting and they ruined the school play and had to, like, direct it. This one they had, I feel like each issue was relatable. Let's circle back to Billy from Battlestar Galactica.
Wait, I want to make a
oh
central
my God, we're never
going to
get through this. Okay.
On this. And it is that this is a trilogy. Supposedly the wrapping up of a trilogy. But
they said, Pencil Man, Andrew Walker, said we might not have seen the last of the Brenner brothers.
The central focus of the first 2 movies was about the brothers coming together to support the boy.
Yeah, well, they still did.
They ignored the crap out of him in this movie.
Until the end, and they all realized that.
And then they didn't even get him the toy.
Yes, it's Santa.
No, the other guy got him the toy.
Yeah.
That kid was just ignored this entire movie.
Okay, what, Daniel, will you
Because
stop?
they were dealing with their own problems instead of coming together.
They still were trying to make him have a good... They went to jail for that kid. Like, mall jail or something.
They said it was jail.
Oh my God, can we get through this? Anyway, I love when thank you for making me a part of this. Anyway.
I just want to make you feel now, recording this podcast, like I felt when I was watching this Hallmark movie.
Okay. So Stefan,
miserable torture.
Billy from you liked it and you laughed.
No.
Stefan from Battlestar, or Billy from Battlestar Galactica. Stefan, the character, actor's name Paul Campbell.
Video game guy.
He's getting. That's not the video game guy.
That's Pencil Man. Okay.
No, Pencil Man is the fireman. Tyler Hines is the video game guy that plays Taylor.
Oh, Stefan is Billy from Battlestar Galactica.
Yes, he. His fiance, her dad shows up. Why did they cast this man? I think his name's like Lachlan Monroe in real life. He's on Riverdale. He was just in Peacemaker. He's only 17 years older than his daughter. And then he's only like, I think, 13 years older than Pa Campbell. So they have him, and I'm like, okay, they should have just made him, like, it would have made sense why he was so protective and close with his daughter. If he could have been like, I was a teen father, I was a teen dad. But instead they, like, gave him, like, some spray paint gray hair and tried to make him look old.
I finally figured out what I thought his hair looked like, by the way. I'd been searching for the right analogy all this time, and I finally figured it out, and you're going to love it.
Am I?
Toy Santa from the Santa Claus 2.
Yeah.
That's what his hair looked like.
That's what it looked like. That chic, weird. So I don't know, like, is he like a friend of the actors in this? It was very odd choice because I see him and I was like, that looks, and I was like, that can't be. And you're like, no, I think that is that guy. And then I'm like, what? We're like, why? I did like it when the mom told his character off, though, because he was very, like, rude the whole time, like, excessively rude to, like, everybody around. I did kind of like how they had some tropes from some different Christmas movies in this, though, because, like, the whole tree thing, they were clearly spoofing Christmas Vacation, only it was a guinea pig inside the tree, not a squirrel, and he thought that he got bit by one, but it turned out to be an ornament, and they had to go to the hospital where they met Kimberly Sustad, who also played Dr. Hope in that. I love when Hallmark does, like, the cinematic Avengers universe.
Was that the one from Merry Christmas,
No,
Ted Cooper?
okay, her name was Hope in both movies, but the last name was different in both of them, so I think it was just a little wink, and I think she kind of is one of the people that helps write the movie, so whatever. It's just a little wink where they put, like, the different actors in the movies. And then in that same scene, Taylor, the video game one, the blonde girlfriend shows up, ex-girlfriend shows up, and she's like, hey, how's it going, everybody? So he, like, faints because then suddenly he has to come clean to the other one. So we really, like, didn't get much. It was just like, she's just like, you know, I had to kind of lie to get you to come because I want to work with you, but I don't think there was any, like, romantic intentions between the two of them. He ends up with the one from the second movie, who I think he's better suited to, the brunette, and they are going to move to San Francisco together. And then they end up going to the hospital because, of course, the twins are going to come early and be born on Christmas. And then we have a wedding in the hospital because Stefan is like, let's just get married here. And she's like, I've got to go home and get my dress. And then there was, like, this orchestra people in the background, and Daniel's like, those people are in the background for a reason. He's like, I bet they're gonna, like, play at the wedding. Not only they did play at the wedding, but then they took their tuxes, which magically fit the brothers, who are all different sizes, by the way. And then suddenly the mom's husband that was part of, I guess, the foil from the second one shows up. And then, like you said, they probably did ignore Thomas a little more, but that was the whole point of Thomas's arc, is that he was no longer the star because everybody had their own problems, and he was acting out and being a brat in this one. But it's my favorite one because I love a good trilogy, but I do want more of the Brenner brothers, and I thought it was fun. I like the shenanigans. I like the extreme product placement.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
Kane's Hawaiian rolls and Home Goods. I did like the bit with the rolls at the dinner table, though, because he's like, ooh, Kane's Hawaiian rolls, and they had him, like, say it, and I'm, like, watching the fiance's dad, like, put several on his plate. I'm like, why is he taking so many?
I bet his hands were just filthy from
bird,
touching the bird too.
Feces. But the basket comes back around, and then Paul Campbell, a.k.a. Billy from Battlestar Galactica, a.k.a. the character of Stefan in this movie, didn't get any roles. I loved this one. I liked it. It was good. I felt like last year, apparently, we argued about the sequel. Did you only like the first one of these, or do you not like any of this series? Rate it.
2.
2?
2!
So, of the 3 that you watched, then, which one was your favorite?
The Netflix one.
How would you rate it?
3.
What would you give Keller Family Christmas Vacation, then?
1.
So you would give Three Wisest Men
they're
over
probably
a Keller
both
Family
about
Christmas?
it too. You know, they're probably both about it
Because
too.
I asked you when we were watching, and you said no. The one with the boat people was way better. You're such a liar. It makes me so mad. But anyway, I feel
don't want to watch any.
I feel like we've been talking about the Hallmark and Netflix movies for like 3 hours, and we have watched other stuff, unfortunately, or maybe not. So let's just get into it real quick.
Sure, real quick. Only Murders in the Building, season 5 finale. It's over.
And
it was dumb.
So unforgettable.
Yeah.
What did the ending end up even being? Like, I don't even remember what happens. They saved the Arconia. We know that.
They saved the Arconia. The
mayor did it.
The mayor did it.
And had like a fake finger or something.
Yeah, and like I don't want to.
They went to jail, right? Like the rich people went to jail.
Yeah, so not originally. So when the mayor got caught, they were just arresting him, but then the younger of the 3 billionaires ended up like recording them or something, and no, I'm sorry, he didn't. Mabel had hidden another recording device in the place, so when they were doing all their talking, they had that on tape as too. So they got them all, and it was a whole situation that was really dumb.
But they sizzled us for the next season.
Of course they did.
Tina Fey's character is back into play, that they originally bonded over her podcast.
Yeah.
And now she clearly knew someone's after her, was trying to kill her. And I think that's why she was in New York trying to get to the Arconia to stick her hand under the building, because they can only talk about murders that happen in the building. I stand by what I've said all season for this show. While the plot and the mystery part has fallen off hard, like nosedive hard, I will still stick around and enjoy it just for these 3 characters to have a good mess around. So I still love Only Murders, but it definitely would not be in my conversation for best thing going.
No, not anymore. It's definitely fallen off, and just I don't know, the last couple seasons, the way the mysteries have come together has just been really like.
It's
annoying.
Almost like they don't want people to get it, but then
exactly, because they're not like again.
I feel like we're in the minority though, because people are like, "That was awesome," and we were like,
The mayor was in one other episode prior to the finale where he shows up. Like,
I don't know.
It's like.
But let's talk about a good show that came out. Another show I watched without you. Grab your dirty sodas, because The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3 dropped their whole season on Hulu or Disney Plus, and it was pretty good.
Am I wrong that it's on both?
Do you want to get through this podcast or not?
Maybe I don't.
Okay, do you want to just be talking forever? Are we in heck? Remember when Rocco's Modern Life when they went to heck? Okay, so come ye saints and come ye sinners. It was good. I felt like the first couple episodes I was not as entertained, and that's because I was missing Whitney.
I sat down and was eating dinner while you were watching one of them, and I was like, "Where's the dancing girls?"
No, this is Daniel during the show. He goes, "Which ones were the swingers again? Where are the ones on dancing? Wait, I thought you said they couldn't drink coffee, because some of them are no longer practicing Mormons and drink coffee." And I'm like, I thought you didn't like this show. Shh. This is a no talking zone. So it was weird this season, because I watched the show blew up so much. So like when they were promoting season 2, we were already seeing like these interviews and like kind of already getting like an insight onto some of the drama. So then we kind of got to see how all that came to be. We got to see how Dancing with the Stars came to be. And there are some people just love to hate on Whitney. And I have to say, you can probably hear me talking about the first season. I wasn't a big Whitney fan. And then I started to like her in the second season, and then she kind of annoyed me at the end. But then I realized, I was like, Whitney knows what she's doing. She's there to play the role. Sometimes her actual personality comes out, but she sees it as a business. And the reason why she wasn't in the first couple episodes is because she didn't want to start filming, and she just didn't want to do it anymore because these girls are awful. And the producers were like, "Hey, if you come back, we'll let you be on Dancing with the Stars." And she didn't even lie about it. She was like, "I'm back because I want to do Dancing with the Stars." And I'm like, I applaud the transparency. Everybody that does reality TV is opportunistic. So people are like, is this going to affect her voting? It won't for me. I will be texting Whitney 10 times to 21523. I like her even more now. I started liking her with TikTok. And I think she ends up by the end of the season coming off pretty well. Like, she's very level-headed. She and Taylor have a heart-to-heart. And no, they didn't announce at the end of the season. We all know that Taylor is going to be Bachelorette. That hasn't happened yet, so I figure we're going to see kind of the behind-the-scenes of how that plays out in season 4. I do think they've hit a point now where the show's so popular they got to stop having these huge breaks, which I guess between May and November is not a huge break, but like a lot of stuff like that drama I kind of already knew, except for some of the Marciano drama, the guy from Vanderpump that like 2 of the women had a thing with. And while I don't normally like Jen's husband, Zach, he's like, wait, is that the chubby Italian? When they're like having a conversation about it, I was like, oh my gosh, don't make me like you, Zach. So I think pregnancy has brought out the mean in Macy. She seemed but she's the one that I've always been like, she kind of tries to play both sides. So I've never been like, as people are waking up to see that Macy's kind of mean. Michaela's always been a little mean, but she has a lot of trauma, and they've talked about that. My favorites have always been Taylor. Taylor's been my favorite from day one. Oddly enough, my 2 favorites are the ones that were in the swinging scandal, Taylor and Miranda, but now Whitney's right up there with it. Jen kind of got on my nerves. I think she's been a little shady since she got eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. But I like seeing how they even gave like Dina Katz, the Dancing with the Stars casting director, like the dramatic music when she like walked in. But yeah, I don't know why people are. I think people just like to hate. I'm like, I would absolutely, if somebody's like, you got to come back and do this show or this job so you can be on Dancing with the Stars, sold, done, end of discussion. So I just love Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. What do you think about it when you sit down and watch it? It really makes me want to have long hair extensions.
I think it shows the degradation of our society.
Oh, speaking of, Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick showed up in one episode because they were at
Speaking of the degradation of our society.
They were at a Hulu party where different reality stars like were all together, and they were there, and you could tell Khloe was just like, but like Scott Disick was like totally into talking to them. Oh, and then Lana Del Rey, she shows up as herself. They're at a music festival.
It's a reality show. What else would she show up as?
Shut up, Daniel. Be quiet. You're over there distracting me with lotion or something.
My hands are very dry and cracked.
So, but Lana Del Rey's like, I guess she like DM'd one of the Mom Talk girls, and she's like, come over to the side stage. I want to talk to you guys. And she was like, so is this real? Are you guys really fighting? And it was just funny to see Lana Del Rey like show up on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Well, speaking of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, 2 of them, well now 1, are on Dancing with the Stars. And so I don't know that we've talked about the last 2 weeks.
We have not talked about the last couple weeks because we predicted that Jen might be the one who was one of the Mormon wives. So, and since we've watched, Jen has been eliminated. She did a good job, but we all saw it coming a mile away. Unfortunately, Danielle was eliminated after that. Danielle was eliminated during Rock and Roll Night, I think. Jen was was Jen eliminated during Wicked Night then? No, because we talked about Wicked.
I don't know.
Who cares? So Jen was eliminated. Danielle was eliminated. I think Danielle was eliminated for Rock and Roll Night because that was when Flav was the guest judge. And then Andy, the People's Princess, he finally bid farewell and he was gone. And we have 2 episodes left of Dancing with the Stars. We have the semifinals, and they're going to take a week off break for Thanksgiving. And then we have the finals in December. So, yeah, the Rock and Roll Night was weird. That one, I liked when they do team dances, and I enjoy the team dances. But I think if you're going to have a guest judge, it needs to be somebody like Cheryl or Kim Johnson who has dance experience, with the exception of one person we're going to talk about next, because Flava Flav was wild. Wild. He cost Alex a perfect score, but then he's like throwing out 10s to like Dylan Efron.
Who?
Oh my gosh, Zac Efron's brother. Oh, by the way, did you notice that, this is going to skip ahead, on the last episode of Dancing with the Stars, they had Prince William FaceTime Robert Irwin and talk about it, and everyone's like, my goodness, we can get Prince William, who's getting set to run be a figurehead of a country, because they don't really still run the country, right? Like,
no. But
we can't get Zac Efron to show up on this show. What is going on? I keep saying, like, this was my favorite episode. While I like the Wicked Night a lot, I think the 20th birthday party episode might be my favorite episode they've ever done. They brought Tom Bergeron, original host. He's hosted it since season 1. They brought him back, and he was a guest judge, and that I will allow that because he's been on the show for so many years, and you can tell he kind of consulted with, like, Derek and Bruno, and then he was still sort of, like, doing some of the hosting duties. I just thought it was a really nice, especially with the kind of bad blood when he left the show, and that he was able to come, and he didn't do anything wrong. The show did, did wrong by him, in my opinion. So it was really nice to see him come along, and it was nice to see just all the past contestants. I remember I started watching this show when I was in college. I was home from break. My parents had it on, and I was like, what a stupid show. And then I got like sucked into it. My first season, I do remember where season 3, when Cheryl Burke won with the guy from 98 Degrees, Drew Lachey, not Nick Lachey, Drew Lachey. But like I remember like getting into it with Julianne Hough's first season where she danced and won with Apollo Anton Ono, and that's one of the ones they brought back. They had a relay dance round where Whitney, she wasn't like, she had immunity from having to participate in it, but it didn't mean she had immunity from being voted off. But they had Apollo danced with Jordan, so I thought that was cool. They had the 2 Olympians. Xochitl Gomez came back. She was champion a couple seasons ago to dance with Robert. I feel like I shipped them. What about you?
I feel like it's more than shipping. I'm sorry. Did
you see Whitney's face?
Yeah, there's something going on
when they were like, the chemistry is chemistry, and Whitney like made this face. Then Rumor Willis danced with Dylan Efron. Caitlin Bristow danced with Andy, and I thought that was good because Caitlin's funny. That was a fun dance.
And
Joey,
yeah,
from last year's season, danced with Alex Earl.
All of the previous winners, and some of them were from a couple years ago, but some of them were for like
Apollo was literally season 4.
Were really good.
That was Apollo dance. I think he was on the All-Star season, so he would have danced in 2007, and then whenever the All-Star season was, I think that might have been 2010ish. I don't remember. Still a very long time ago.
They were all really good. So,
and if I was Whitney, I would have been like, and she said she was having FOMO. I would have been like upset to have missed my chance to dance with like a past pro. I thought that was, normally I hate when they do those little competitions like the relay dances, stuff like that. I don't like it, but I liked it in this particular format.
I'm confused by the relay dance giving somebody immunity from it, because there wasn't a negative. Like, you either got the 2 extra points or you didn't.
Well, I think she went ahead and got points.
Did she get 2 extra points just because? Okay,
I think so.
Okay, because like I was confused by that, because I was like, because Tom Bergeron made a really good point that that while you might be immune from this dance, because you're not immune from the vote, it could be a situation where people watch all these other couples dance,
confuse people,
and you don't end up getting extra votes you might have gotten if you were dancing. So she made it through, and it's fine. But I really agree. I think it was strange.
I loved the opening number for the birthday episode. That it was, they had that, and then you notice the one point when they did the waltz, they put that spotlight on Lynn's chair, and it was a good way to kind of celebrate the show. For a show that's brought a lot of people joy over the years. I know, like, you and I have been watching forever. You've kind of missed some seasons, but you've been around watching consistently again. I remember we used to watch it in our apartment. Yeah. Like, we've been a part of this team. We remember when not every night was a theme night. We remember the old font. We remember when they used to do, like, you know, more just like a Latin night. Like, we remember, like, the old days. And it's crazy to see, like, how many new fans the show has gotten. And it used to be, I feel like it was a lot of like D-list celebrities too, and now there's like more people, like celebrities want to do it. They want to come on and do the show. And I thought that it was, and like they were touting that celebrity guest, and you and I were like rolling our eyes. And then when it was like Tom Bergeron, I was like, okay, that's pretty good, because I didn't think they'd ever get Tom back on the show.
Right, yeah.
And it was just really well done. I think it actually surpassed the Wicked Night for me as like my favorite theme.
No, easily for me. Now, obviously you can't do it every year, but very easily for me was the best one of the year.
All the dances
were
good.
They're not going to be better. No more theme nights. Just get rid of them.
Well, tonight is Prince night, so. So what do you think about Andy's elimination? I think it was time for him to go. So that's my thoughts.
Oh yeah,
on it.
It was time for him to go. But like, he made it through all the places where you could make an argument that he is getting better.
And he was improving.
He is doing a good job, and he is a showman. But this night, he was the worst dancer on the floor, and he needed to go, because if he stayed, somebody who deserves to have a shot, everybody left, deserves to have a shot tonight to get into the finals.
Exactly, I agree.
And we'll see how it goes, and we'll see who ends up making it. But Andy was not good and better than any of those people. And if he had made it through, somebody wasn't going to get their opportunity in a way that I think was
crazy to see his transformation. Like, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah. Like, you can tell. Like, that show really puts you to work. They haven't said anything about a double elimination, so I'm guessing it's going to be a 5-person final. I think that you're not hot take at all guess. You're going to Robert Irwin. I think even though if I had to rank, I don't even think Robert Irwin is the 4th best dancer. He's great at dancing. He's good at entertaining. That's part of it. It's always the best dancer doesn't always win.
Right.
And I'm fine with him winning. I think there's no way he's not going to win at this point. I'll be excited for Whitney Carson to finally get her second win because she's been robbed a few times. So I think I would be really surprised if Robert Irwin doesn't win. So I think he's for sure going to take the first spot. He's definitely in the finals. I think he's going to win the show. I think based on her fan base, and she is very good, I think Alex Earl's going to be second.
Yeah, and we complain about her fan base quite a bit, but she is
a very good dancer. She is a very and Val is doing great work with her.
She's better than Robert.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said. Like, I think Alex, Whitney, Jordan, and even Elaine, I think all 4 of them are better than Robert. Yeah. That's why I said Robert would be all the women are better than the men. Let's just call it what it is. And women on this show, you and I were talking about this, and you agreed with me as a man. Women have to work harder on this show.
Yeah.
Like, they have to do more. But yeah, I think it's going to be Alex in the 2nd spot. And then 3rd place, I think, is going to be Dylan Efron. Do I think he deserves to be 3rd? No. But every time I'll tell you, I have to credit Danny because but when they dance, all I am is looking at her because she's so freaking good. That dance that she and Derek did together for the 20th episode
was really good.
8. But I think they're going to be 3rd. And then the 4th spot, that's where I'm not sure. I think maybe Whitney. I don't know. I'm really worried that Whitney might get voted off because she has for some reason, people love to hate that woman. But I do think Whitney's scores are going to push her through enough to make the finals. And I think, unfortunately, Elaine is going to be the one. If they do a 2-person, I'd be worried about Elaine, Whitney, and Jordan. But if they're doing a 5-person finale, I think Elaine is going to go home tonight.
Let's not talk finals right now. Tonight's episode is coming up.
Yeah, the Prince night.
Unless something changes, we know one person's eliminated.
Yeah, and sadly, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Elaine.
Okay, I think it's Jordan.
You think it's Jordan?
Yeah.
All right.
I think the millennials are going to come through for Elaine. We haven't seen Elaine.
They do underscore Jordan too.
Listen, we haven't seen Elaine standing up there in that pressure situation. Like, she's always just been out.
Poor Alan had to stand by himself, though.
She made it through.
Yeah.
She made it through a night when she didn't even dance.
Yeah.
She was hurt. I think Elaine will make it. I think Jordan will be out. And I think Jordan is technically a little bit better than Elaine, but I think Jordan does struggle a little bit with the...
If they were going by who's the best and who's the next to deserve to go, it would be Dylan Efron, in my opinion. That would be the one that would deserve to be voted off.
I think he's a lock to get into the finals. So
Whitney better get in there, though. I'm going to be mad if Whitney doesn't, because she and Mark are so good, and if these haters rob me of a Mark freestyle... It was funny, because after Secret Lives, people were like, oh, this is going to cost Whitney votes, since she said she was there for Dancing with the Stars, and me and a lot of other people were like, this makes us want to vote even harder for Whitney. Anyway, Special Forces, we're going to just hold off on that one because the finale has since aired. We have not watched the finale. I think we're both in agreement that we can't stand Cody. I didn't like him before that. So I think if it's all right with you, we'll hold off on talking about Special Forces.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think this season, we discussed a little bit in the car. This season's been a little bit, I think the cast just hasn't been as entertaining.
Johnny Manziel going out early.
But even when he was in there, he wasn't like, I think
they're more aware of what they're supposed to be on the show.
I do. Yeah. I think that after 3 seasons, people have talked to people who've been on it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody who's joining it now is a little bit more
wary of how they come off.
Aware of how they come off and aware of what's going on. And so it's been a little less. I mean, I still enjoy watching it.
I think Sean's going to go all the way, though.
I like
Sean
seeing
Johnson.
the challenges, yeah. But I do think it's been a little bit less entertaining of a season. I think they need to do a better casting job of mixing it up and getting some personalities in there, because this group was very much a lot of people who just zeroed in and kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And they had to pull several people just right off. So I don't know.
Lance Armstrong. I want him to do Dancing with the Stars too.
They'd both be, yeah. So
all right. So we also have Ghosts new season. Abbott. Abbott Elementary I've been enjoying it as usual. The last episode that I watched was really funny because they were doing this like cell phone challenge, and then the teachers realized, I don't think you watched that one with me because you faded in and out of that show, that they also had to participate in it, and the kids ended up doing just fine without their phones, but all the teachers were like, we need our phones, because it illustrated, like, Janine's like, I can't pay my rent, I don't have my phone. It realized how dependent we really are on our phones. I feel like Ghosts is just always, like, every time I watch Ghosts, I laugh. Like, we had Trevor's daughter ends up, like, working at the restaurant. So it was like, take your daughter to work day. Have we talked about how Pete's wife got sucked off?
I don't think so.
So Carol's gone.
Yeah.
Anything? Do you have anything else to say about Ghosts?
No,
other
not
than
really.
It's just fun? Is it
it
better than Fine?
It is what it is.
All right.
Hey, we got... surprisingly, we're trying to rev up for Christmas and start, we've been planning out our episodes here for the next couple of weeks, like when are we going to take off, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, TV's like, we're going to just give you everything all at once and make you decide what to do. So anyways, first of all, how could we not talk about what's going to happen on this weekend? Hope?
Wicked for good. I cannot believe my Wicked era is about to come to a close. I'm very sad about that.
So tune in next week and you'll get the report all about Wicked.
Every time they play a riff of For Good, I start to sob uncontrollably. I watched the special on Peacock with the Wicked cast where they were Wicked One Wonderful Night.
But see, here's the thing.
And I just cried.
You also cry at the Amazon commercial with the three old ladies.
They were remembering what it was like to go sledding as children, and then they were able to get cushions so they could sled as adults, okay. Daniel. It was very impactful.
There's another small show star coming out next week. Some of you might not have heard of it.
It doesn't hurt me.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Somebody said that we had 3 seasons with a year break in between of The Summer I Turned Pretty and the time that we have had hiatus from Stranger Things.
So...
haven't we been through like 4 presidents?
We've been almost podcasting for 3 years.
Yeah.
We've never talked about an actual live season of Stranger Things.
So we're getting part 1. I think it comes out right at like maybe the day before Thanksgiving-ish. Yep. And then we'll get part 2 Christmas, and then we'll get the finale on New Year's. So the way we're probably going to talk about with you guys is we'll probably give you our thoughts on part 1. And then we will probably give our thoughts on part 2 and the finale after, because we gotta enjoy the holidays. Because soon we'll be not watching the Hallmarks, we'll be watching the A-class movies,
right?
Muppet Christmas Carol, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, Santa Claus,
all kinds of other shows. Emily in Paris, Fallout, Percy Jackson. All of this stuff is in December, folks. We may or may not get to it until January, so just want to put that out there to you. Like we're busy.
Why are they doing this? We're busy with the Christmases.
A video game is taking up a lot of my mind space at the moment. And so, it's just going to be a busy couple months. But we're here to have conversations about television for you.
All right, and with that note, I still need to get you to watch A Diva's Christmas Carol. On that note.
I was hoping you would just forget it existed.
That's also another take on A Christmas Carol.
I know, that's the problem.
Her name's like Ebony Scrooge or something.
That's the problem, is that
Chili from TLC plays Jacob Marley. I'm telling you. Kathy Griffin's like one of the angels. I'm not kidding.
Muppet Christmas Carol ruins all other A Christmas Carol renditions for me.
Well, it's just so good. Top tier.
Cold wind blows, it chills you
to the bone.